Hello and welcome, dear students. I am Ashley, and I am very happy that you have joined me today on our very first episode of The English Adventure Begins. Welcome aboard. This is a special space where we will explore the many exciting parts of learning English together. In this episode, I will share fun stories, useful vocabulary, and simple grammar tips that will help you build your confidence in English. So, sit back, relax, and let's start our adventure together. Welcome and introduction. Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. I want to thank you for joining the podcast. Learning a new language is like beginning a great adventure. Sometimes it can be difficult, but it is full of discovery, fun, and many positive surprises. Today, our theme is The English Adventure Begins. Welcome aboard. In this episode, you will learn new vocabulary, practice simple grammar, and even listen to some short stories in clear, B1 level English. My goal is to speak slowly and clearly, and I invite you to listen carefully to each word. If you find words that are new to you, pause the podcast if needed and write them down. We will explain them as we go. When I say aboard, remember that it means on board or with us on this journey. We are all setting sail together. There might be moments when you think of adventure stories you have read or seen. Kindly remember that learning a language is also an adventure. Every word, every sentence is a new discovery. Let's begin this journey with a welcoming heart and an open mind. Setting the scene. Our English adventure. Before we dive into the details of learning, let's imagine that we are on a big ship. This ship is our classroom, our meeting place where we share our passion for learning English. On this ship, every student is a crew member. Our adventure ship has many parts. The deck, the engine room, the captain's bridge, and every part is important. Imagine that as you step onto the deck, you feel the cool breeze and see a bright horizon. The bright horizon shows the many possibilities that come with learning a new language. Today, I invite you to join me on this journey. We will go step by step, like sailors checking the ropes and the sails. You may think, I do not know everything about the English language, but I am ready to learn. And that is the spirit of our adventure. At the start of this journey, we have three main goals: to learn new and useful words, to understand simple rules of grammar, to practice every day conversations that you might use in real life. These 3 points will be our compass as we set sail. So, as we make our way, remember that every word you learn and every phrase you speak will bring you closer to being a confident speaker of English. Let's take a deep breath and enjoy the feeling of taking the first step on a new adventure. Vocabulary Corner. Words for our journey. Now let's spend some time learning a few key vocabulary words that will help you along your journey. I will introduce each word and explain its meaning with a simple sentence. If you do not know a word, feel free to take a note or repeat it out loud. We will try to speak slowly and clearly. Word 1. Adventure. Meaning, an exciting or unusual experience. Example. Sentence. Starting to learn English is a great adventure. Word 2. Aboard. Meaning on or into a vehicle, especially a ship or plane. Example sentence. Welcome aboard our English adventure ship. Word 3. Journey. Meaning, a trip or a long period of learning or progress. Example. Sentence. Every lesson is a step on your journey to speak English well. Word 4. Discovery. Meaning, the process of finding something new. Example. Sentence. Every new word is a little discovery. Word 5. Crew. Meaning, a group of people who work together on a ship or in a project. Example. Sentence. Today, you are part of our crew of English learners. Take a moment now and try to say each word slowly. When you feel comfortable, repeat the sentences with me in your mind. This exercise is very important because it helps you remember the words and sounds. During our adventure, these words will appear again, so keep them in your mind. Simple grammar. Building your foundations. A strong foundation in grammar is like having a good map when you travel. Today, I will share with you a few basic grammar points that are very useful at a B1 level. We will focus on simple present tense, question forms, and basic sentences. The simple present tense. The simple present is used to talk about things that happen regularly, truths, and daily routines. For example, I learn English every day. You study new words. He reads many books. She writes simple emails. When you use the simple present, you can add not to make negatives or change the sentence to ask questions. Example in negative. Form, I do not, don't, like cold weather. They do not, don't play soccer every day. Example in question, form, do you like music? Does she speak English? Remember, for the third person, he, she, it, we add an S at the end of the verb when it is positive. Practice exercise. Try to make a sentence using the simple present with your own routine. For example, I eat breakfast every morning. You can also try a negative sentence. I do not drink coffee in the evening. Finally, ask a question. Do you work on weekends? These simple rules will help you create many sentences as you continue your adventure in learning English. Keep practicing every day until these patterns feel natural. A short story. The New Sailor. Let me tell you a short story that uses the words and grammar that we have learned. This story is about a new sailor who joins our crew. Listen carefully. Once upon a time, there was a young sailor named Jack. Jack was brave and full of energy. Every morning, he woke up early and stood on the deck of the ship. He loved the feeling of the sea breeze on his face and the sound of the waves. Jack believed that every day was an adventure. One bright morning, Jack saw a beautiful sunrise. The sun was rising slowly above the horizon, and the sky was full of pink and orange colors. Jack said, "Today I will learn something new about the world." His heart was full of hope and excitement. As the ship sailed, Jack met his new friends on board. There was Sam, who loved to sing simple songs, Maria, who always shared kind words, and Liam, who liked to tell jokes. Together, they worked as a strong crew. They learned many things from each other. Jack learned new words, and his friends learned how to speak clearly. They talked about many topics, from food to weather, and even about their favorite movies. Jack's favorite word was adventure. Every time he said it, he felt happy and brave. He would say, "Learning is an adventure, and I am ready." This simple word reminded him that every lesson was a step closer to his dream of speaking English fluently. At the end of the day, Jack and his friends gathered on the deck. They listened to the sound of the waves and enjoyed the quiet night. They talked about what they learned and laughed at small jokes. Jack said, "Today I learned that every word can take us to a new place. I am happy to be aboard this ship and to share this journey with you." This story shows how easy it is to learn when you work as a team and when you see every lesson as a part of your adventure. Remember that every new word, every new sentence is a little step forward on your journey. Can you hear the waves calling you to learn more? I believe you can. Listening and repeating, your turn to speak. Now that you have heard a story and learned some new words, it is time to practice speaking along with me. I will say some short sentences, and I invite you to repeat them in your mind or out loud if you are able. Let's do this one step at a time. Hello, my name is 2. I am a new sailor on the English ship. I love my English adventure. Every day I learn new words. 5. I am ready to explore and discover. When repeating these sentences, take your time. Speak slowly. Make sure you pronounce each word clearly. It is okay if you make mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn. Practice is the key to improvement. Imagine you are on our ship and every sentence is a crew member working together to make our ship move forward. After you repeat these sentences, try to mix them up into a small conversation. For example, start by saying, "Hello, my name is your name," then follow with, "I love my English adventure." The more you practice, the stronger your language skills will become. Remember, practice is very important. Try to use these sentences when you meet friends or when you study English at home. Soon, you will feel more comfortable and confident. Simple conversations. Meet and greet. A great way to learn a new language is to practice conversation. In this section, I will show you a simple conversation that you might have when you meet someone new. Listen carefully and try to imagine yourself in this conversation. Ashiley, as the conversation host. Hello, how are you today? I am fine, thank you. And you? I am. Good too. My name is Ashiley. What is your name? My name is Alex. It is nice to meet you, Ashiley. Nice to meet you too, Alex. Where are you from? I am from Brazil, and you? I am from England, but I live many places now. That sounds very interesting. Do you like learning English? Yes, I love learning English. It is fun and full of adventure. Great. Let us learn together and share our experiences. I agree. I hope we can speak English well. Sure, we will practice every day. Thank you for talking with me today, Alex. Have a great day. Thank you, Ashiley. You too. This conversation is simple but covers greetings, introductions, and sharing a few basic details. Practice it several times. When you feel ready, try to imagine changes in the conversation. Perhaps you and Alex talk about hobbies, jobs, or school. Every new topic will help you learn more ways to use English. This is an example of a friendly welcome and a start to many conversations. Every question you ask and every answer you give can help you move forward in your English learning adventure. Remember that speaking with new friends is part of the fun of learning a new language. Fun with questions, how to ask and answer. One of the most important parts of any conversation is asking questions. Questions help us to learn more about the people we talk to. Today, I will share with you some very common questions in English. These questions are easy, and I encourage you to practice them with your friends, family, or even in front of a mirror. Here are a few examples. What is your name? This is a simple question to ask someone when you meet them for the first time. Where are you from? This question helps you know the person's background and country. How old are you? This is a common question in friendly conversations. What do you do? This means, what is your job? Or, what do you study? Fine. Do you like music? This is a friendly question to start. A conversation about hobbies. What is your favorite food? Asking about food can lead to many fun and interesting talks about culture and tastes. For each question, you can also make a negative or a full sentence. For example, if someone asks, "Do you like music?" you can answer, "Yes, I like music very much," or "No, I do not like music as much as I expected." Think about these questions and try to create your own. Write them down and practice asking them. Use a notebook to write your answers. This is a very good way to train your listening and speaking skills. Ask yourself, what new questions can you use in your daily life? When you talk to a classmate or a friend, remember to ask questions and listen to their answers carefully. This way, you turn every conversation into an adventure. Grammar in real life, simple sentences, and everyday practice. Let's practice some everyday sentences using the grammar rules we talked about earlier. The simple present tense is useful for many everyday activities. I will give you several simple sentences that you can use every day. We will use subjects like I, you, we, they, he, and she. Examples. Using the simple present. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. You study English on the internet. We work together on many projects. They play soccer every weekend. He drinks tea in the morning. She reads a book before sleeping. Notice that the sentences for I, you, we, and they are simple and easy. But when we refer to he or she, We add an S to the verb, like drinks and reads. Practice by making a list of your daily activities. Write sentences like I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock, or I walk to school every day. This will not only improve your grammar but also help you remember new vocabulary. Now let's do a quick exercise together. I will say a sentence and then change it to a question. Listen and repeat. Statement, you like pizza. Question, do you like pizza? Statement, she works in an office. Question, does she work in an office? Remember to use do for most sentences and does for he, she, or it. This is an important and simple rule. Practice it until you feel comfortable with these structures. Fun story time. A day in the life of a traveler. Now I want to share another story with you. This is a story about a traveler named Emma who is learning English. Emma loves to travel and learn new things every day. Listen carefully as I tell you about a day in Emma's life and try to picture every detail in your mind. Emma wakes up in a small town. She lives in a bright and friendly apartment. Every morning, Emma starts her day by saying, "Good morning, world." She stretches and takes a deep breath. It is a new day full of adventure. After breakfast, Emma goes out to explore her town. On her way, she sees many friendly faces. She meets her neighbor, Mr. Lewis, who waves and says, "Hello, Emma. How are you today?" Emma always answers with a smile. "I am good, thank you. How are you?" Mr. Lewis is very kind and loves to talk about the weather. He says, "Today is very sunny. It is a good day to walk in the park." Emma loves sunny days. She thinks that every sunny day makes her feel more confident about learning new words and practicing new sentences in English. In the park, Emma sits on a bench and watches children play. She listens to the laughter and the sound of birds. These moments are simple, but they fill her heart with joy and help her to enjoy every moment. As she sits there, a nice lady comes and sits next to her. The lady's name is Laura. Laura is also learning English. Laura says, "Hello, my name is Laura. Do you come here often?" Emma replies, "Yes, I come here every day. I like the park very much." Laura and Emma talk about many things: the weather, their favorite food, and even a small adventure they had this morning. They say that every day is an adventure because they meet new people and learn new words. After a long, pleasant chat, Emma and Laura stand up. Emma thanks Laura for the lovely conversation and they say goodbye. Emma feels happy because she knows that every conversation helps her to be better at English. On her way back home, Emma thinks about all the new words she learned that day. Every time she meets someone, she practices her English and remembers that learning is an adventure. She writes a short journal when she gets home, listing new words like sunny, neighbor, and laughter. With each word, her confidence grows. Emma's day reminds us that every small step is important. She did not need a big event to learn. Everyday life is full of moments to practice and explore, and that is the real adventure of learning English. Tips for successful English learning. Now let us talk about some tips that can help you succeed on your English adventure. I have learned many things on my own journey, and I want to share a few simple ideas that will help you as well. Practice every day. It is very important to practice English every day. You do not need to study for hours, but a few minutes every day can make a big difference. Try to read a small story, listen to a podcast, or speak with a friend in English. Write a journal. Writing a simple journal in English can help you remember new words and phrases. Every day, write a few sentences about your day. You can write about what you did, what you learned, or even a small thought. This is a great way to practice new vocabulary and grammar. Speak with friends. Do not be afraid to talk in English. It is okay to make mistakes. When you speak, you learn. Try to find a friend who is also learning English and practice simple conversations together. Remember the conversation we practiced earlier? Use it often. Ha. Watch simple videos or listen to music. There are many videos and songs in English that are made for learners. Find simple stories or songs that you like. Listen carefully and try to read the lyrics. This will help your listening skills and improve your vocabulary. Ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. If you find a word or a sentence that you do not understand, write it down and ask a teacher or a friend. Learning is a process, and every question is a step to understanding better. Review regularly. Every week, try to review the words and grammar you learn. This will help you remember them better. You can use flashcards or simple notes on your phone or paper. Regular review makes your learning strong. Be patient and enjoy the process. Remember that learning a language takes time. If you do not understand something at first, it is okay. Every sentence you learn and every word you remember is a win. Enjoy every small success. Learning English is fun and can open many doors for you. These tips are simple, but very helpful to guide you on your adventure. Use them as your map, and soon you will find that language is no longer a barrier, but a bridge to many new experiences. The importance of listening and repeating, an interactive exercise. To help you become more confident in your listening and speaking skills, let's do an interactive exercise right now. I will say a sentence, and then I will slowly repeat it 2 more times. This exercise will help you to understand the rhythm and sound of English. Ready? Let's start. Exercise 1. I say, learning English is fun. Now repeat, learning English is fun. 1 more time. Learning English is fun. Exercise 2. I say, every day is a new adventure. Now repeat, every day is a new adventure. And again, every day is a new adventure. Exercise 3. I say, I am proud to be part of this crew. Repeat after me. I am proud to be part of this crew. Again, I am proud to be part of this crew. Take your time with each sentence. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just listen carefully and try to copy the sounds. This is one of the best ways to improve your English. When you practice speaking and listening, you gain more control over the language and feel more comfortable using it in real life. After finishing these exercises, feel free to pause, rewind, or say the sentences a few more times until you feel ready. Every repetition is a step closer to fluency. Cultural corners, learning English through stories and traditions. Learning a language is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It is also about culture, stories, and the way people live. Today, I want to share a bit about the culture behind the English language. I will talk about simple traditions and rituals that people in English-speaking countries enjoy. This cultural journey will give you a broader view of the language. Tea time. In many English-speaking countries, people enjoy what is called tea time. This is a short break during the day when people have a cup of tea or coffee, and sometimes a small snack like a biscuit or a cake. Imagine sitting in a small cafe on a sunny day, sipping your tea and chatting with a friend. This tradition is simple but shows the importance of taking a break and enjoying life. Example. Sentence. I have tea time every afternoon to relax and chat with my friends. Family and friends. There is a great value on spending time with family and friends in many cultures. In English, you might often hear people say, family is important, or friends are like family. These phrases mean that building strong relationships is a key part of life. When you learn English, you also gain ideas about the culture that values warmth, kindness, and community. Example. Sentence. I spend my Sunday with family and friends, and we always have a good time. Simple celebrations. There are many small holidays and celebrations in English-speaking countries. For example, people often celebrate birthdays with a cake and a party. Other celebrations include national holidays like Independence Day or simple ACT events such as a local fair. Learning about these celebrations can also help you learn new words and expressions. Example. Sentence. We celebrate my birthday with a small party at home and a delicious cake. These cultural corners of our adventure are important. They remind us that language is more than just words. It is how people live, think, and express feelings. As you learn English, try to understand the simple traditions and celebrations. They will give more meaning to your words and even become a source of fun stories you can share. A look at stress and pronunciation. Now, let us talk about something that may seem small but is very important when you speak English: stress and pronunciation. Even with simple words, knowing which syllable is stressed helps you be clear. In everyday conversation, clear pronunciation makes you easier to understand. Example. Word. Adventure. The word adventure has 3 syllables. Adventure. The stress is usually on the second syllable. Adventure. Practice. Adventure. Example. Word. Crew. For the word crew, it is a simple word with 1 syllable. Practice saying it slowly. Crew. Exercise. Say the word welcome. Notice that the stress is on the first syllable. Welcome. Now say aboard. In aboard, the stress is on the second syllable. Aboard. Take a mirror or use a recording to listen to your own pronunciation. This exercise is helpful in making sure that your words sound natural. As a language learner, every little practice helps you become clearer and more confident. Practicing with your own voice will help you in many everyday situations, whether you are speaking on the phone or meeting someone for the first time. Bringing it all together. An interactive challenge. Now, dear students, I have an interactive challenge for you. This challenge is meant to bring together everything we have learned today. I want you to take a piece of paper or open a new document on your computer. Write down answers to these simple questions in English. What is one new word you learned today? Write the word and a simple sentence using it. Write 3 sentences in the simple present tense describing your daily routine. Create a short conversation between 2 friends who meet for the first time. Use greetings, introductions, and one question about the day. Write 1 sentence about what you learned from our cultural corner. It could be about tea time, family, or a local celebration. Take your time to write these answers. When you practice writing, you are using another important skill in learning a language. Keep these answers safe and review them every week. You will see progress over time, and every sentence you write is a step forward on your adventure. Remember that this challenge is just the beginning. Every answer you create shows that you are growing in your knowledge and confidence in English. I am very proud of every step you take on this journey. Recap and final thoughts. Let's recap today's adventure together. In this episode, we started our journey by welcoming you aboard and introducing our great adventure in learning English. We learned important vocabulary words like adventure, aboard, journey, discovery, and crew. We discussed the simple present tense and practiced making questions and negative sentences. I also shared 2 simple stories, one about a new sailor named Jack and another about Emma, the traveler who embraced her English learning journey. We practiced speaking with short sentences, went through a friendly conversation, and even did interactive exercises on questions and pronunciation. We talked about culture, the importance of tea time and family, and how every moment in life can be an adventure. We also discussed basic tips for learning success. Practice daily, speak with friends, and always be curious. Each of these parts is a little piece of the puzzle that forms the big picture of learning English. I hope that now you feel more confident and more eager to explore your own English adventure. Remember, every time you practice, you become one step closer to mastering the language. Before we finish today's episode, I want to remind you that learning English is not just about studying. It's about enjoying every moment of discovery. Perhaps tomorrow you will find a new word that makes you smile, or maybe you will have a conversation that feels like a small adventure. Cherish these moments. Looking ahead, what's coming in future episodes? In our next episodes, we will explore more topics and different aspects of English. Here are a few ideas to get you excited. More conversations. We will create longer dialogues and introduce more everyday situations. You might learn how to ask for directions, order food in a restaurant, or even talk about hobbies. Grammar in depth. We will explore more grammar points in simple language, including the past tense, future forms, and ways to combine sentences. Story time. I will tell you many more stories about different characters who face everyday adventures. These stories will help you see the language in context and build your vocabulary. Cultural insights. There will be episodes that talk about different cultures and customs in English-speaking countries. This will help you build a wider view of how English is used around the world. Interactive challenges. I will give you more speaking and writing challenges so that you can practice in fun ways. These challenges are simple and will show you your progress over time. I want you to know that every episode is a chance to learn something new and to enjoy the journey of exploring English. The next episode might talk about food and meals. Another great adventure where you learn words like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and many more delicious terms. Stay tuned. A few more words of encouragement. I know that sometimes learning English can feel like a long journey. There may be moments when you feel tired or when a word or a rule seems hard to remember, but each little step you take counts. Think of it like climbing a small hill, one step at a time, and soon you will reach the top. Let me tell you a little secret. Every native speaker and every expert in English was once a learner just like you. They made mistakes, they practiced, and they grew. You are not alone in this adventure. I am with you, and many others are with you as well. When you feel lost, remember our simple conversation. Hello, my name is... I learn every day. These small words are powerful and they build a strong bridge in your language learning. Sometimes you might feel a little anxious about speaking in English. That is very normal. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn and improve. Celebrate every success, even if it is small. The most important thing is that you continue to try. I believe in you, and I know that every day you will become better. I also want to remind you that learning English is more than just knowing the rules. It is about the joy of discovering a new way to express yourself. It is about meeting new people, sharing ideas, and connecting with cultures from all over the world. Every conversation, every song, and every story is a part of your personal adventure. Closing remarks and goodbye for now. As we come to the end of today's podcast, I want to say thank you again for being with me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you feel inspired to practice, explore, and enjoy every moment of your learning adventure. Before we say goodbye, here are a few final thoughts. Remind yourself daily that learning English is an adventure. Practice a little every day and ask questions when you feel unsure. Look at everyday life as an opportunity to learn. Notice the words on signs, listen to music, and try to speak with those around you. Always be kind to yourself. Every step, even a small one, is progress. I encourage you to review today's podcast transcript, practice the exercises we discussed, and set a small goal for your next study session. Perhaps choose 3 new words to learn and make sentences with them. Or try to have a short conversation with a friend or family member. Every effort counts, and soon you will see great improvements. Thank you for listening, dear students. I am very excited about our English adventure, and I look forward to our next episode together. Until then, keep practicing, keep exploring, and remember, you are the captain of your own learning journey. I believe that every day brings new opportunities that lead to a richer, more confident you. I wish you all a wonderful day. Take care and goodbye for now. Extra reflections and ideas to explore. Before we end completely, I want to leave you with some extra ideas to think about. Sometimes the best learning happens when you ponder a few questions in your free time. Reflect on your journey. What was the most interesting word or phrase you learned today? Think about why it matters to you. Write a few sentences about it. Imagine your future. Picture yourself in a place where you speak English every day. How does that make you feel? What would you say to the people you meet? This exercise can be fun and motivating. Share your adventure. If you have a friend who is also learning English, why not share a story or a fact from today's episode? Telling others what you have learned is a great way to remember it yourself. Practice with music and movies. Find a song in English that you like or watch a short film. Write down a few lines. Then, try to understand the meaning of those words. Enjoy the music and let the language flow naturally. Use a dictionary. Every time you find a word you do not know, look it up in a simple bilingual dictionary. Write the word, its meaning, and a sentence. This little habit will help you build a strong vocabulary over time. Every new idea is part of your learning adventure. Don't be afraid to explore. This adventure is full of places to see and words to learn, and I believe that every step you take is important. As you continue your journey, try to remember the simple, friendly words we used today. Keep them close and use them often. I will be here in future episodes with new ideas and more interesting topics. Together, we will discover many more parts of the English language that are fun and useful. Final interactive challenge recap. Let's have one last interactive challenge for today. I want you to try to create a short diary entry in English about your own adventure. In your diary, answer these questions. What did you learn today? What is one word that makes you happy? What small adventure did you have, even if it was just speaking a few sentences in English? Write your diary entry and read it out loud. Hearing your own voice is a wonderful step in building your speaking skills. Keep this diary as a memory of your progress. Later, you can look back and see all the new things you have learned. Remember, every small adventure, every simple word you learn, and every friendly conversation moves you forward. That is how you master English. Believe in your progress and be proud of yourself. A sincere thank you. Before I finally sign off, I want to thank you sincerely for spending this time with me. I know that sometimes listening to a long podcast can be challenging, but your commitment is what makes this journey so special. Every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. I value your effort, your patience, and your willingness to open your mind to a new adventure. I hope today's episode made you smile and gave you a clear path to follow in your studies. Together, we have built a small yet strong bridge between what you know and what you are about to discover. I encourage you to revisit the vocabulary exercises, the grammar tips, and the stories as many times as you need. They are your tools, your compass and your map for the adventure ahead. Thank you for being part of this crew. I am very proud to be your guide on this English adventure, and I cannot wait to see how you grow in your language learning. Every new word, every conversation, and every mistake is an important part of your journey. Final goodbye until next time. Now, as we approach the end of this episode, I say goodbye for now. Keep this transcript and the exercises close to your heart. Remember that every day is a new chance to learn, and every moment you spend practicing counts. The boat of our English adventure is always ready, and there will always be a welcoming deck waiting for you when you join us again. This is Ashiley signing off from The English Adventure Begins. Welcome aboard. Thank you for spending your time with me today, and I look forward to our next episode, where we will discover even more exciting parts of the English language together. Have a wonderful day, keep practicing, and always stay curious. Goodbye, and happy learning. I hope you enjoyed this long episode and that it inspires you to continue your adventure in learning English. There is always more to discover, and in our future podcasts, we will explore new topics, simple cultural stories, more detailed grammar hints, and everyday conversations. Remember that this is not the end, but only the beginning of a great journey.